So you're wanting to go all the way and become a yoga teacher. I spent years in integrating myself into the yoga world and taking a multitude of yoga programs. And I've taken such amazing programs, and in that education, I have fused, I have molted all of these amazing programs together into my program here at Yoga Source with the most amazing yoga teachers from different types of yoga philosophies, because I'm a believer that we are all one and love is the only real thing. So when I decided to design this program, which by the way has changed in the past 10 years because it only got better. Now we've augmented it so that there's not just a philosophy take on the Bhagavad Gita and the sutras, but there's even more. There's think of the psychology of the human race. That's in there. And then on top of that, it's the group, it's the setting, it's the conversation, it's the diving into the self and being authentic to the self, and then cracking open that brain of yours and then ingesting the information. And by the way, what we share with you is, as the group is unfolding, it is like no other program. And I'm not saying that. It's based on the individuals in the program. So what you learn, you can either take it or you could compost it, but I guarantee you it's going to follow you for the rest of your life, because you can't let that stuff go. And on top of that, our anatomy program isn't just learn the bones. It's beyond that. It's how do you move the bones. So we bring in two specialists, an osteopath and a muscle specialist, talking about how asana has transformed this modern time of yoga. It has so transformed us. It's no longer what it was. It is even better than it was. So we dive deeper into the planes of the vessel on a energy level as well, which leads us to the chakras. And it's not just learn the colors of the chakras and paint those chakras. It's another counselor that is teaching from the philosophy of again, psychotherapy. We're diving deep. We're going so deep in this teacher training program. And of course, the asanas, teaching how to move the body, the fundamentals and all that beautiful stuff, we're even taking that further as well, because there's more than just doing a handstand. There is an energy to it. There is a mindset that it is all about transforming you as an individual, so that when you do, and this program, and I know you will, with this sense of aha, of wow. And you know, wow, reverse it, it's still spelled the same thing. It enfolds like the yin and yang within itself. It molds and it unfolds the most authentic you. You will be so authentically happy from a place of source that you cannot help but to go share this yoga. And that's why we want you to be a part of our program, to share the yoga and put it out there so that everyone knows that there's only one thing that's real, and that is love. So join me on the mat and become the most incredible, authentic teacher you can ever imagine. Let's blow the mind now. Do it. We'll see you here on the mat. Okay, so now you decided that this 200-hour teacher training program is for you. Now, how long is it? What happens in it? Where are we going with this? Well, this is what it is. It's 200 hours. The first weekend is in January. Then there is a second weekend in January, and they're all 20-hour weekends. We've made it very clear and to the point, 20-hour, 8 20-hour weekends. January and February are similar. They both have 2 weekends of 20 hours. So by February, end of February, you go into March, you've already done your 80 hours of teacher training. And I'll talk about that more in detail after I tell you March, April, May, and June, 1 weekend a month. And by the time June comes, you're finished your 200-hour teacher training program. Now, going back to January, there's 2 weekends, and they're really intensive because you're just getting to know everybody. So as soon as you walk in, first day, which is a Friday evening, you immerse yourself in a yoga class. We get to know you, you get to know us, then we dive into philosophy. And in that philosophy, you're going to open your mind. You go home with the notes, you come back the next day, Saturday, you tap back into your yoga practice. You have a wonderful yoga practice. We have circle time. You get to know everybody a little bit more. Then we dive into anatomy. I had to think about that. Anatomy. You learn more about your body. And then we tie it into asana, movement. Really what this is all about. In your mind's eye it is, but there's more to it. You even take it deeper. You move into the pranayama, breath. And then there's the next day. You come back going, wow, that was a lot of information. And that's why we give you 1 weekend to take it, go away with it, absorb it. But that last day, the Sunday, is always the most beautiful day. Your brain's cracked open, you get the information, and now boom, there's even more anatomy, asana, breath, and now you end the day with chakras. What are chakras? You'll find out that it's going to open you up, and in all of that, you're going to expand. And guess what? That's just the first weekend. And then you have a break, and you come back for more. You keep on diving deeper into it. So each weekend is designed so it opens you up. Philosophy, anatomy, asana, all of that, breath work, muscle, chakras. So each weekend is designed to do the same kind of ebb and flow, but slowly opening you up to more information. And by the 8th weekend, wow, that's going to be a celebration. And I have so many testimonials of people that it's not only helped them to become a better teacher or to be a teacher, but it's changed their lives. And what is the investment of all this? You wanting to be the change you want to see and making that investment of $2,497 for the full 200 teacher training hour program. So, are you ready? 8 weekends, 6 months, 200 hours, and it is a certification that is international, and you can teach anywhere you go in this world. Isn't that amazing? I thought so. That's why I'm doing it for another year, and this is my 11th year. From my light to your light, I'll see you on the mat.